I think the Supreme Court was wrong.
How?
It is clear to me.
Have you read the entirety of it?
I've read it.
Have you read it?
I've read it. And given, let me tell you something. I'm not one of those who just go on and just talk. I read my stuff.
I'm only asking because interestingly, I think it was even the chair of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. I asked him and he hadn't actually taken. So it's only a fair question.
Maybe it wasn't. Since last Friday, one must make time to read it. But it is clear to me that the justices were influenced by the public discussions of issues in Parliament, especially related.
Do you know what you're suggesting, Alhassan Suhuyini? When you say the justices were influenced by the public discourse, these issues come up, we don't talk about. Suggesting that, do you know what it means?
They are human beings. Please, let's not make them look for gods.
Can I come in?
Let me make this point.
They also listen to discussions.
Right.
They do. They watched us. By now, some of them are watching us.
But they base their decisions on the law, not on
sentiments.
Or your setting.
Or
the environment.
So the justices, so to speak, were influenced.
It is scientific. Please, you cannot live without any influence on you based on the environment you live in.
So were the justices influenced?
That is the point I'm making. And if you had only allowed me to finish.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that it seems to me, again, this is my opinion. I don't know why you want to take it away from me.
No, I'm not taking away. I'm just expanding.
And it is not a condemnation of the justices. It is just what it is. It is nature.
Right.
When you by the public discourse around whether or not the deputy speaker should vote or not. And I will explain. Look, for example, in my view, you don't reduce the role of a member of parliament when he is or she is to represent the constituents to just voting. Yes, the question that was the consequences, the answer should not just be the role or the right to vote as a representation of the constituents. In fact, deliberation is key. When you are representing your constituency, deputy speakers are allowed to, join deliberations, debating. They do oversight on behalf of their constituencies. But when you answer the question of voting with representation only meaning the right to vote, then you miss the bigger picture of what a member of parliament is supposed to do.
Quick. Land and let me
sometimes when you're not interested in what is being said, but you think that the person is taking too long. But let me just because you are rushing this, I wanted to build a point on the influence that I
there's a key point I want to make.
Let him.
On the influence, I wanted to build a point on the influence that I see in the ruling. For example, where did that come from?
And people have said that some of the rhetoric.
Where did that come from? I'm saying that it is clear MPP propaganda in that ruling. Not the whole ruling, but that portion, because they suggested that Speaker Bagbin opportunistically, absented himself, when the evidence clearly shows that he did not. Anybody who wants to, avert his mind to the facts will clearly understand that Speaker Bagbin, did not deliberately absent himself. But you see, I want us to look.
Can we?
Yes, just wrap up on this.
Briefly on this, so we can.
Yeah, I know, I get you. 297H of our Constitution says that worse, directing or empowering a public officer to do any act or thing, or otherwise, applying to him by the designation of his office. So any authority or otherwise that a person has as a result of his designation or his in office, and all his deputies and all other assistants. Let me go over it again. Whereas directing or empowering a public officer to do any act or thing or otherwise applying to him by the designation of his office include his when the speaker is directed to do anything or stopped from doing anything, it extends to his successors. It extends to his deputies when they assume that designation, that role.
Okay.
2. That's a weak argument.
2952. Well, that's what you think. But clearly, speak to some lawyers.